They made it bright, huh? Oh, okay. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us at the Out of Pocket podcast with Bad Boys. We got Max Adams here. Max, you're the Eskimo Efren, right? That's your nickname, correct? And you're out of what part of Alaska?
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks, Alaska. And you spent a lot of time at Mark Griffin's place in Alaska, Billiard Palace?
Anchorage Billiard Palace, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, first time I visited Billiard Palace, it was on the old Seward Highway.
Okay.
It was downstairs, I think 12 tables or something like that.
And that's a legendary place in Alaska, right? I mean, that was a big place. A lot of guys got their start there, huh? That's amazing.
Many
I
good
think that's
players
where
out
Rick and Mark just first got to really know each other too, pre-BCA stuff.
there.
Very cool. How long have you been coming to this event?
Since 2016.
Okay.
15, I think.
Okay.
Whatever that, 7 years, 8 years.
Okay,
now.
very cool. I think I've made it the last 4. I've seen you here every time. That's all I know. We've matched up some at One Pocket. I enjoy playing you One Pocket. You're a good competitor. A very even keel. You're not getting all mad or anything crazy.
Not anymore.
And we just want to gamble for something regular, just something normal, and just to do something. No, I like it, man. Very cool. Preparing for an event like this, it's banks, it's 9-ball, it's One Pocket. They're so drastically different. How do you practice for coming? What do you prepare for to come to a tournament like this?
Well, I usually spend about a month before any event, practicing. So my typical practice routine is I just throw balls out and start shooting to get in stroke,
I like
basically
that.
playing 6-hole.
Yeah.
And then, I'll spend an hour or two banking, bank practice,
Right.
long rail banks, short rail banks, cross corner cuts, all that stuff.
Right.
And then can't really practice for One Pocket because I don't have a whole lot of, people to spar with.
I know what you mean.
Occasionally I do
mean.
find a sparring partner and then we'll
Do you
play.
ever set up balls by the pocket, see how many you can run in the pocket kind of a thing, and a pretend trying to run 8 and out, basically?
Not really.
Okay.
I'd
That's
save
one thing
that
I'll try and
for-
do on my 7-foot diamond, because I'm in the same boat.
Okay.
It's hard to practice one pocket. So that's
Yeah.
one of the things I feel like I
And,
can
and
practice.
9-ball is just 9-ball.
Right.
You play
It
9-ball.
is what
You
it is,
practice
yeah.
everything you practice for ends up with 9-ball.
Right.
So.
And banks is a whole thing, man.
Yeah.
If I'm off at all in banks, I got a problem. Especially here, these pockets are 4 1/4.
The issue I find is occasionally I'll be at the pool room where we have gold crowns, 4.5-inch pockets. Okay,
Right.
and
they're cut different.
They're cut
Gold
different.
crowns are cut different.
They're
They
cut
take
a little
it.
different.
Yeah.
The rails come off a little different.
Yes.
And then when I play at my practice room with the diamonds, the cloth might be a little dirtier, or the rails might be a little older, so the banks come off a little different.
Right.
So no matter what you do, I think in preparation, especially for this event, you have to start over when you get here. I mean, you can get an idea where you should be at with stroke,
Right.
but you have to be able to make adjustments. So
And it's new cloth here.
Yeah.
It's 9-foot diamonds. The
New
conditions
cloth.
are the conditions. No, I agree with you.
4.25-inch pockets this year, so I mean, it's a lot tougher.
I had a match that I'm pretty proud of, and I was more proud when I found out that they were 4 1/4. I didn't know they were 4 1/4 when I started, and afterwards I found out. I went, oh well, I'm a champion then. Scott Frost, when I talked to him about prep, I thought it was interesting. He said, just be in the grease, man. You can be in a bar table tournament as long as it's a tough tournament, whatever. As long as you're playing. If you're a money gambling guy, then the key is to keep gambling and keep at it, so it doesn't feel foreign and you don't get all shaky and weird when you're doing it.
Yeah, and I try to attend as many tournaments as I can, even farther rated stuff.
Hard to,
And
yeah.
staying in the grease, like you said.
Right,
I was
exactly.
talking to Chris Renfro a little bit ago, and going over some of the issues I've had with ratings and being able to qualify for some events. And he said, when you play anybody, no matter if it's a farther rated event or an open event or just practice, he said you just beat the hell out of them
Right.
as bad as you can.
Just try and play your
And,
best,
Yeah,
yeah.
play your best every time.
Right.
Practice that way. When it comes time for an event like this,
Right.
you got 500 players in an open field.
Right.
Nobody shakes you.
I know for me, and I bet for you too, in our lifetimes, we're old enough. There's been times where I was playing 6 tournaments a week, and I definitely got used to winning. Quite literally, I got used to making that key shot instead of missing it. You just get more comfortable with it. You get to the point where you expect to win, you expect to make that, and it makes a big difference. Pool's funny like that too. You know what I mean? Pool is funny. If you're feeling good, you do good. If you're not feeling good, you not so much.
Yeah, yesterday morning was a great example of it. I was kind of rushed to my match at 9 a.m. How
9 a.m.'s early here too. Yeah, exactly.
But I wasn't
Especially here.
expecting a 9 a.m. match. I was expecting something a little later because that's
I know
what I thought. And
Out of town, it's hard to sleep too.
Yeah,
Pool player or not, it's just hard to sleep.
4
Yeah,
hours ahead.
exactly,
Right.
exactly, right.
You know, last minute 9 a.m. match, I had to rush to prepare, get ready. I didn't get my breakfast or time in the morning.
Right.
So
I missed
it
my
cost
coffee
me.
today. Yeah, exactly.
It cost me.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm okay with it, you know, because that's how it goes.
Right,
Sometimes.
exactly. What's your next event?
Next event will be, well,
Or do you know? Because I'm doing something February 5th, and it's on bar tables, and I can't tell you any more details than that. I
So-
can't. I know it's happening, but
Yeah,
do you
I
know what
fly-
you're doing next?
I fly home on the 30th.
Which is
on
Alaska still?
Alaska,
Okay.
yes. And on the 4th, I drive to Anchorage,
Okay,
Fairbanks,
okay.
350-mile drive, you know, and we have the Alaska Fur State Open 9-ball Championships.
Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one, isn't it? How long does that take?
It's just a 2-day tournament.
Is it a
typically.
two-day
I mean,
tournament? Okay.
We get about 40 or 50 players in
All
that.
right. I've heard that's a big, pretty legendary tournament.
It
man.
is. I did play the 9-ball last year, but I played
Okay.
the 10-ball the following weekend.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do again this year is I'll play 9-ball and then 10-ball the following weekend.
Okay.
And immediately after that, I have to fly to Vegas. So
Wow.
playing in the the Predator Alpha Las Vegas Open.
Oh, dude, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Who are your sponsors? Tell us your sponsors, and then we'll let you out of here.
Jerry Olivier Custom Cues out of Houston, Texas, Pearland.
Very nice.
James Hanshoe Jump Cues.
Okay.
Marty Carey, still, you know, with the Marty Carey Jump Cue. I
Okay,
like that
nice,
little
nice,
short
nice.
cue. Gil Castillo, leather goods. He
Okay,
builds my
right,
case for
right.
me. I got a lot.
You and I are on. Listen, I'm in the same boat. I work. I grind on that sponsor stuff. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead, man. Anybody else?
Houseville, you know,
Yes, sir.
I play with the Great White Chalk and use the Accurax all the time.
Yes, sir.
You know, Casey and Chris, they run the
Okay.
Stats booth. They do all
Okay.
the Bigfoot stuff.
Nice.
Brutal Game Gear, you know, Heather and Charlie out of Texas.
Perfect.
Good friends. And,
Right.
Digital Pool. You know, I'm on the Digital Pool Pro team now. So
Very cool, man.
they're one of my
Very cool.
sponsors, yeah.
I just want to give you a chance, and I got to shout out ours. Littman Lights, thank you for everything you're doing. Diamond Billiard Products, JB Cases, I'm proud of that one. Hustlin' USA, thank you, Tony. And Bad Boys, Rick Jones. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. All right, and we're out of here. Thanks for joining the podcast.